Wisdom teachings from Archangel Michael, Ronna, Vezane, Sacred Scribe. Fine-tune your spiritual awareness. Beloved Masters, let us pause for a moment before we begin our discourse. Close your eyes and allow the sense of time and space to fall away. Envision streams of love, light, radiating from within the wellspring of your heart center and flowing out in concentric circles to encompass everyone and everything on earth. Now see it continue upward and outward toward all the planets and star systems within your solar system. Via your inner vision, watch as billions of minuscule streams of light radiate back to you from every sentient being on Earth. It is important that you set aside the hate, fear, judgment, and your different beliefs so that you may connect with the core love essence of your brothers and sisters around the world. You are unique, and yet you are the same, for within every soul there is a white fire memory seed atom of pure divine light. Allow yourself to be lifted to a rarefied place where you are a soaring, radiant being of light, connecting to every other being of light within this sub-universe. There is no separation. There can be no separation, no matter how far you journey forth from the heart center of the Creator. It does not matter what assignment you have accepted down through the ages or the appearance of the cloaks of flesh you have assumed. It does not matter how many times you have divided your white fire seed atom into smaller and smaller fragments. You have always been connected to the Supreme Creator, our Father, Mother, God, and to one another as well. The connection has never been broken, and it never will be. Breathe deeply and slowly as you sense multicolored, luminescent, billowing waves of light filled with the love, light, and the virtues of our Father, Mother, God. Within these rarefied waves of light are all the energy and programmed memory seed atoms you will ever need to build your field of dreams, to lay the foundation for the new age and to reclaim your masterhood. Know that the barriers of astral planes between us no longer exist. Even though we were never truly parted, know that we now have permission to strengthen our connection with you, moment by moment, day by day. No longer are you children stumbling through the dark on the path to nowhere. No longer will you feel as though you are the pawns. No longer will you feel as though you are pawns of fate. You are awakening and you are remembering that it has all been a grand experiment. However, the experiment is swiftly coming to a close. As you realize your God-given rights as a co-creator, no longer will you create that which brings pain and suffering. Why would you, when just as easily you can create joy, peace, and abundance? All you have to do is to strive to stay heart-centered and soul-focused. Will you give us permission to be an integral part of your life and open your mind to the possibility that we are real? When you do so, you will move into the magic realm of harmlessness, whereby you no longer feed the negative energy mass consciousness force field of the astral planes. Instead, you will add your vibrant, loving energy to the etheric field of love, light that surrounds the earth, the golden cosmic grid of illumination. Can you not sense your old world and reality gradually, slowly slipping away? The negative thought forms of the mass consciousness belief structure that were captured in the lower astral, emotional planes are being swiftly dissolved. The frequencies of extreme duality and polarity consciousness are gradually losing their hold on you. Multitudes of you are slowly returning to balance and harmony, thereby loosening the grip of your shadow self as you project more and more light into the darkness. The rules of the game are also changing as you move upward on the path of enlightenment. It is often called the narrow path, and this is true. Each of you is held accountable, not judged, according to your level of awareness. Your guardian angels and higher self are constantly presenting you with opportunities or challenges to assist you in your awakening process. A great percent of the masses are still swayed by various primitive, religious, dogmatic teachings. It is most difficult to release and move beyond the established ideas and belief in which most people have been subjected to from a very early age. Race, cultural, and religious beliefs create strong emotional boundaries. As you become an observer and begin to operate within the universal laws of creation and the rules of cause and effect, you begin to see the wisdom and justice of all that occurs within your life. If you are to gain mastery of yourself and your world, you must begin to fine-tune your spiritual awareness. Remember, you must agree to submit to a particular authority before it has any power over you. It is also important that you understand whatever realm of consciousness you are currently attuned to and functioning within, whether dense or refined, that is your reality for the present time. If you do not like what is happening in your personal world, change your beliefs and your actions, and your personal reality will quickly follow suit. Only the brave and courageous ones have the strength, will, and determination to break the restrictive bonds of the lower dimensions and step forward to join the ranks of the seekers of wisdom. It is vitally important that you clear your mind of superstition and dogma and seek your own higher wisdom and truth. It is only when you attune to the realms of the highest level of the fourth and the entry levels of the fifth dimension that you will attain a greater sense of self, so that you may begin to merge with the greater and more expansive facets of your higher self. You are in the process of developing your sixth sense, the intuitive mind, whereby you will have direct communication with your soul self and certain facets of your oversoul, higher self. It is the beginning phase of creating a direct line to the cosmic storehouse of divine wisdom. Through trial and error, you are learning to become proficient in the use of the universal laws of manifestation. The results of your choices are quickly brought into your awareness, so that you will know that the law of cause and effect are immutable, and you really are the creator of your reality and the world around you. Greater awareness begets greater opportunities, but also more responsibility. The spiral journey homeward can be a gradual climb or a swift one. However, it entails making the right choices within your level of enlightenment, and also striving to use your abilities to the highest potential. My brave ones, do not seek God in the heavens or some far-away, unattainable place. For the essence of the Creator, a spark of divinity, resides within your sacred heart. Many of you are becoming aware of your divine origins. However, you have only a slight inkling of your vast potential as a bearer of cosmic love, light. It is vitally important that you become attuned to the ever-increasing frequencies of the new divine blueprint for the Aquarian Age, for it will assist you in attaining the status of a self-master, which is necessary if you wish to move forward gracefully on the ascension path into the radiant new world of the future. Beloved ones, when you allow the shackles of time, space, and the density of the lower dimensions to fall away, your visions will become sharp and clear. Your resolve will strengthen, and you will confidently move forward with ease and grace, for your constant mantra is, for the greatest and best good of all. Remember, you should place no expectations or restrictions on how or when your visions will manifest. As more and more of your cosmic origins become available, many of you will become uncomfortable and fearful when you read some of the stories of your ancient history and the messages which describe the great diversity of creation. It is up to you to accept or discard what you will claim as your truth. We have told you that there is much truth woven within the myths and stories of your past, probably more than you would like to believe. Since the question has been asked of our messenger, allow us to give you an example. Down through the ages, humans have always had a great fascination for dragons, both good and evil, and they are one of your most enduring myths. Dragons are depicted as great beings with wings and long sweeping tails, often with colored scales for skin and always breathing fire from their mouths and nostrils. Some people have a great affinity for these creatures. However, mostly they are feared and depicted as dangerous or evil. Some years ago, when this question was posed to our messenger, we took her on an inner journey out into the galaxy so that she could experience the true origins of the dragon myth. Many, many eons ago, as this sub-universe was being seeded with its divine blueprint, envision yourselves as God-conscious beings of great radiance. You were magnificent, expansive, and flowing beings who contained within all of the rays, colors, virtues, and attributes of the Creator. Some of you chose to display the rippling, iridescent colors of what might appear to be scales, while others experimented with many other forms. As a co-creator's son, S-U-N, you soared and experimented, leaving great trails of light that could be described as wings and a sweeping tail. As you used your powers of creation, you breathed forth great beams of God's first ray of divine will and power, or the fire of creation. Oh, what wondrous beings you were, and what wondrous deeds you wrought as you soared throughout the great void of this new, unmanifested sub-universe. All of this was in preparation for your eventual descent down through the multidimensions and into the physical worlds. However, many brave souls agreed to remain in the Dragon Brigade, in service under the great builders of form and archangels. The Dragon Brigade is active throughout this sub-universe at every level in which the programmed divine blueprint is to be made available for manifestation within the material realms of existence. Only those of you who have been able to move out of the confines of your physical vessel and soar in spirit to the higher realms have an inkling of what those wondrous realms are really like. We have told you that the visions and explanations we have given you are of the most simplistic nature and are only a minuscule portion of how it truly is where we reside. So you see, in order to bring forth these wondrous visions of how it was in the beginning in the multitude of forms you have assumed, you have had to filter it through your physical mental faculties. The dragons and many of your monsters are only your version or vision of some of God's greatest creations, and your concepts could not be further from the truth. Each and every one of you is responsible for the energy you draw forth of primal life force substance. How are you spending your spiritual inheritance? As we embark on this important phase of evolution together, please take time to define your commitment to yourselves and to your universal spiritual family. Know that we, the angelic forces, under the direction of our Father, Mother, God, stand steadfastly beside you. When you sense we are near, trust your feelings, for in truth we are beaming our love, light, into your auric field. Listen to the whisperings of your soul, for it will unerringly assist you in following the best course of action and help you to make the wisest choices. You are loved most profoundly. I am Archangel Michael. The following is information from Archangel Michael giving a comprehensive explanation of the important roles of the dragon, Devic, and elemental kingdoms in the process of creation within the material realms of consciousness. The schematic for radiating the divine blueprint for our sub-universe from our Father, Mother, God down through the multi-dimensions to humanity, the earth, the dragon, Devic, and elemental kingdoms. By Archangel Michael, Ronna Vezane. Ronna, Sacred Scribe. Our Father, Mother, God receives the white fire seed atoms, adamantine particles of Creator light, directly from the Supreme Creator. He then infuses the particles of divine light with his divine blueprint seed atoms for a new creation. This new creation could be anything from a star system, a sub-universe, a galaxy, a solar system, a planet, or a new ensouled race of human beings. However, the particular blueprint we will focus on at this time has been created for our Earth and the transition process that we are now experiencing, balancing and harmonizing the final sub-levels of the fourth dimensional world, and preparing for the entry level of our new fifth dimensional environment. This process includes the integration of the 5 higher rays of galactic consciousness. After our Father Mother God has completed seeding the great white fire seed atoms with a new divine plan for the earth, they are then implanted within our Mother God's cosmic womb, at which time she activates the seed atoms of the new creation with her Holy Spirit frequencies of life, love, wisdom. She then radiates them into another sun, S-U-N, of light, where the Paradise Sons, S-U-N-S, and Paradise Creator's son and daughter reside. They are the bearers of the primary duality, polarity, divine blueprint of our sub-universe. The Paradise Sons are already encoded with the divine blueprint for the entire cycle of humanity's sojourn on planet Earth. However, the new components for the first phase of the Aquarian Age, the upgraded divine blueprint, must be modified and activated before they are sent forth to the angelic kingdom for further distribution. The enhanced divine blueprint is then radiated forth into the 12 great rays embodied by the 12 archangels of our sub-universe. These wondrous beings integrate and expand to accommodate new frequencies of Creator light. This divine blueprint is a specific one for our Earth, humanity, and the Devic elemental kingdoms. The archangels radiate all the attributes, qualities, and virtues of the 12 rays within the divine schematic into 3 great pyramids of light. The one on the left contains the new mandate for humanity's final passage through the 7 sublevels of the 4th dimension. The center pyramid is the largest and contains the data for the transition of Gaia, planet Earth, into a higher 4th and lower 5th dimensional environment. The pyramid on the right contains the higher vibrational frequencies of light that the Devic elemental kingdom will now radiate forth to the elementals and to all of non-ensouled creation on the earth plane. At this stage, the great lords of light, the Elohim, the builders of form, take over the process. Within those 3 pyramids of light, the new activated blueprint is encoded, along with the great white fire memory seed atoms containing the frequency patterns for each of the expanded 12 ray attributes, qualities, and virtues for the Aquarian Age. The Elohim then refine, step down, and add all the details to the blueprint for the new creative project. The Lords of Light within each light pyramid then call forth the great Dragon Brigade. Archangel Michael is the commander-in-chief of the Dragon Brigade. The Dragon Kingdom comes in multiple sizes, colors, and configurations depending on which subdimension they serve. The lower the electromagnetic energy patterns of the dimensional environment, the smaller the dragons. Also, their size depends on what is their particular creative specialty, of which there are an endless variety. Each dragon has been assigned to a particular archangel and embodies the attributes, qualities, and virtues of the ray which each archangel radiates. The colors of the rays change periodically depending on many things, which we will not address at this time. Suffice it to say, a dragon will assume the ray colors of his guiding archangel, which applies to the particular dimensional frequency levels and the time frame within which they are performing their duty. In the higher dimensions, there are many more than 12 archangels who perform their Lords of Light directed duties. The Dragon Brigade then goes forth to the level in which the programmed divine blueprint is to be made available for manifestation within the material realms of existence. In this case, within the 5th dimension, for access by the starseed souls on Earth within the higher 4th dimensional planes. The number of dragons required depends on the size and scope of the project to be seeded, or how many megawatts of God seed atom light power is needed. Another duty the Dragon Brigade performs is to supply the love, light energy from our Father Mother God to the great Devic and elemental kingdom, and all of creation that is not ensouled with an AAM consciousness. Their lifeline to the God source is supplied by the great Dragon Brigade. The Dragon Brigade for each sub-dimension radiates forth the vibrational patterns of that level. The seed atoms are then gathered into pyramids of light, which have been placed all around the world, where the Devic angels go to replenish their supply of godlight. They then radiate the seed atoms into innumerable formulas, which are sent forth to the vast elemental kingdom. Those faithful servants of our Father Mother God then supply the life force energy for all godly creations which are not ensouled. Ronna Vezane, Star Quest. www.starquestmastery.com.